So I won't. Hello. Hello, Boozeketeers. Hello, Tuesday evening peoples. You're coming to my show, hanging around my internets, looking at my Facebook and stalking me on all booze film, whatnot. It might be me. So, how's everybody doing? How was your week? How you guys, hanging in there, doing your things? Of course, you can't tell. Maybe you can tell producer Maggie. She's out there. She's out there in the pages, the comments. She's out there monitoring, watching your behavior, looking at what you guys do. Bunch of crazy. But anyway, you can tell her because and then I'll look at the stuff later. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a great week. I don't know how many of you caught. It was just a couple days ago. Boozeketeers have been doing live streams. We did the first one that we did was 4.5 hours. This one I think was only 2.5. So we're whittling it down to the best stuff, or we're just having less stuff altogether. I don't know, but we're figuring it out. We're basically the thing is that we get together, us peoples all get together and have a good time and kind of forget that, maybe we're only funny to ourselves. Hard to say. I don't know. But so that's the kind of thing, usually we get together after a gig and we're in the green room or the dressing room or the hotel room or wherever we are after the show, and we just start hanging out, drinking beer and jabbering, talking about stuff, talking about this and that. And we haven't been able to do that because of the whole quarantining and all the shows getting canceled. And so, we get together and start talking. It just kind of goes on and on. And, in the real life, in the real world, that kind of thing will go on until 3, 4 in the morning. So, it's not that it's unusual. It's just that I don't know if the rest of you have, that kind of interest and stamina to stay with us for 4.5 hours. So, what are we doing today? What are we doing tonight? What are we doing right now? This episode, this episodic thing. So this is episode 112, I believe. 112 episodes, and hardly any repeats. I was thinking about doing I was like, one of these nights I'll probably just have to do a rerun, but I haven't yet. 112. Pretty much every week we've missed a few. But all in all, just plugging along, getting in there, getting the drinks made, doing the things. And so tonight, what are we drinking tonight? Well, right now, I'm just I got a skull full of booze here that I'm working on because sometimes you got to get out of your skull, and that was one of the things that we used to do at the Luau many years ago. I used to have an annual luau, went for 10 years, and then abruptly ended. No one knew why. One day I went out and there was no luau. I don't know what that was about, but and I haven't seen it since. But yes, we said this luau, we would get out of our skulls. That's right. People would. In fact, we had a drink called the Shrunken Head, and it said like having your skull removed, but worth it. But we also had other drinks. We had the coconut monkey with the zombie. We had the crow's nest. We had, of course, the Mai Tai. Those were the when you come up to the luau bar, those were the specialty drinks. You could obviously get whatever could be made, with whatever was at hand. But we had specialty drinks, and they would vary. I had the menu, you could flip it over, and I would vary from year to year. There'd be 2 different sets of drinks that were the specialty drinks for that year. But one of them was called the Coconut Monkey, and one year we actually served it in. I don't think I have one here. It's in one of the storage units. We served it in a mug shaped like a coconut monkey, and that was it was quite popular. People dug it, as it were. But so that was good. But we had that one for many years, and then I decided to do a variation on that one, and that was called the Monkey Boy. And the Monkey Boy actually became a favorite of our friend Matthew down at when we'd be down in the 821 drinking, boozing it up. That was his favorite drink, was the Monkey Boy. Back then, I had my recipes written down on scraps of paper and here and there, and I didn't really have, it wasn't, you know, I didn't really have all the internet stuff and all the computing power that I have today. So I decided, I was like, oh, I should make that. I haven't made the Monkey Boy. I should make that one. But the problem is, the only recipe I could find, right away, the only recipe I could find called for, and this is the thing, this is straight off the Luau, the menu that I wrote for the Luau bartenders. And it was 1 ounce of light rum, 1 ounce of dark rum, 3 ounces of monkey juice. Now, I know some of you know what monkey juice is, but an average person, you know, if I put that up on my the cocktail database, monkey juice, people go, what monkey juice? What is that? You're gonna squeeze like actually squeeze a monkey? I mean, no, we're not gonna. Not that kind of juice. No, we don't want that kind of juice. But monkey juice. So I was like, monkey juice. So, you know, it's been. That was in 2000. The last Luau was 2003, 2002. So it's been a while. I have not made a Monkey Boy in a long time. And so monkey juice, I don't remember what's in it. Who knows? So I had to do some digging. I had to do some more digging. And I was able to find a photograph from my bar, the 821 Club, that had a description, and I was able to back engineer it, remembering, oh yeah, and figured out what was in the monkey juice. Now, normally it wouldn't have been that way, but that's because the bartenders were in a big hurry. So at the Luau, I would make big jugs of stuff. There'd be zombie mix, you know, monkey juice, you know, tropical bliss, all these jugs of stuff, and then the recipes would say, you know, 3 ounces monkey juice, light rum, dark rum. And they'd just stick that with ice in a tiki mug and send you on your merry way, because there was people waiting in line. They wanted drinks, you know. They were thirsty. Got to get them gigged. People they came to Luau to get drunk quick, you know. You don't want them standing around the bar, holding up the line. So I would make these mixes, and anyway, so that came back to thwart me because monkey juice, you know. But I figured it out. I figured out what was in the monkey juice, and I re-engineered it, and now I have the cocktail, the Monkey Boy, and that's what we're going to make tonight. We're going to time travel back to the Luau sometime around 2000, I think. I don't remember when that one. I don't remember when the Monkey Boy made its debut, but somewhere around there, 2002, maybe 2000. Yeah, because the Coconut Monkey was on that one started in 1996. But no, you're like, who cares? Make a drink. Get the booze and going. Okay, so what exactly is in the Monkey Boy? I know you're all waiting with breath that has been baited in order to catch breath fish. That's the only reason you bait your breath. See what kind of breath fish. Don't if you catch breath fish, remember to skin them clockwise, because otherwise it's a mess. Anyway, so what are we going to need? Well, monkey. Why monkey? Well, banana. So we're going to need some banana puree, which I happen to have. Well, no, that's not peanut. No. There we go. Oh, banana puree. We're going to need some coconut puree. We're going to need cream de cacao. I know I have some. I know it's in here. There it goes. Oh, we're going to need some light rum, and we're going to need some dark rum. Well, dark rum, need some Bacardi Black, and for light rum, I decided, now this is I'm breaking the rules. I'm varying here. But I thought, because we got this coconut chocolate banana profile going on, I figured instead of just a regular old white rum, I'm going to use coconut rum, and I got some Parapet 90 proof, which is it's good stuff, and a lot of times these things are only like 30 proof, so there's an extra 60, so it's a bonus. You're going to get to where you're going for cheaper. So anyway, I digress. So we're also going to need some ice. Just happen to have the old skull, the old ice skull. Ice skull. All this stuff. There's stuff on tape. There's stuff on tape. That comes later. I was talking to producer Maggie earlier. I was like, I should put this in a tiki mug because you know the luau and whatnot. I don't know which one to use. Maybe I don't know how dusty it is. Let's see. Oh, that's too dusty. Yeah, it's too dusty. I'm not going to use that. I'll just use a Herculean. How about that? I'm going to use a hurricane glass. It's going to look like that early 90s tiki thing. So that'll be good. Okay, so look at that, 3-bottle whiskey. 1 ounce creamed banana. And there it is. This isn't creamed banana. This is banana puree. I'm not gonna. I've used this stuff enough that I can eyeball it, because if I put it in here, it's gonna stick to everything, and it's hard to get it all back out of the shot glass. There. Bing bing. Cream de cacao. Now, what is cream? Do you know? Do you guys know? Cream de cacao? Cream de cocoa? Cacao? Cocoa? I don't know. So well, I know producer Maggie knows. She's shaking her head. Of course you know. You know all about the boozes. This is a chocolate flavored liqueur. Weighing in, it's probably like 30 proof. It's usually pretty. The creams, 24. Oh, no, 48 proof. That's not bad. That's not bad for the creams. Sometimes the creams can be a little light. But this is one of those things that goes into a lot of different brandy Alexander, brandy, cream de cocoa. A little bit goes into a grasshopper to give it a little bit extra, a little chocolatey flavor. You can put it in your coffee. Actually, it's a pretty versatile liqueur. It's like a lightweight version of a Kahlua, but without the coffee flavor and a higher chocolate profile. So, if you're into a higher chocolate profile and less coffee flavor, cream de cacao by Milky Way. It's not really. I don't know. Light rum. Here we go. 1 ounce. Yeah. Damn it. It's gonna be nut. It's gonna be cocoa nutty. No, what am I doing? Not that. I just saw the darkness. The darkness of the monkey drink. Dark rum. And yeah, you know, you could use a nice dark rum like a Myers or some of that fine plantation. But you know, I'm making a production drink here. This is something that you got to get it made quick. You got to get these people out there so they can do the limbo. So now, ingredients in the jar. Shake. And this one you want to shake real well. Shake real good. Shake well. How was it? It's shaking. Is that well? Is that good? Okay, now comes the tricky part. Yes. We're going to put this here. Crushed ice into yonder hurricane glass. Strain it in, but that's not the end of it. I know you thought it was. It's not. You wait, just wait and you'll see what happens. Strain that in there. And then very full. I know. It's okay. So we're going to top it up with a little bit of soda water. A nice little frothy thing there. A frothy thing. You know, that's, we'll talk about that later. Once the kids have gone to bed, we'll talk about the frothy thing. Give that a stir. Garnish it. Luau style. Paper parasol, orange slice, Cherries on a sword sheet pick. That's a beautiful thing. I think you should come take a picture of this before I desiccate it.
We have oranges?
Just one. We had one garnish orange. See, I make the drinks and then I just start sucking them down. And producer Maggie's like, "Oh, I want to get a picture of that." It's like, well, there's some ice in there. Let's do your best, you know. Anyway, alrighty, here we go. Time traveling with our tongues. Let's see what happens. Indeed. It's like a chocolate pineapple pina colada. Kind of, only without the peanut.
Yes, it is.
I think, see now, I mean, I shook it good and well, but I think it needs a little more, just a little more dilution in the form of the soda. Now see what I've done? I made a problem. I made a ruckus. There we go. That's better. That's the perfect. That's the flavor profile I was looking for. And now I found it. I've come home. And we was sitting there. It was waiting for me with the door open and a fire blazing on the hearth. And it said, "Welcome home, Tiki King. We missed you." But it said it in monkey language. You know, that was one thing. I know that Captain Boozeketeer would probably like us to set it on fire. Yes, I know. Set it on fire, I know. But the thing is, at the Luau, we couldn't set things on fire intentionally. I think that happened, but we couldn't serve flaming drinks, or we would be serving flaming drunks. Because people they'd go wandering about, setting everything else on fire, and pretty soon it'd be like a zombie apocalypse, only with flaming Luau guests. Like with one igniting the other, and them igniting their friends, and they'd ignite two friends, and they'd ignite two friends, and so on and so on. But that doesn't mean we did have actually one year engineered a volcano in the front yard. Built a volcano that was like 4 feet tall, and it would erupt every half hour with a plume of smoke and fire. That was the plan anyway. I had it all set up with a series of pyrotechnic devices and timers. It was all in there and all ready. And my nieces and nephews, who were all very young at the time, they're like 7, were very excited about this. They wanted to see it erupt. So of course, I was like, it'll erupt in a little while. And of course, they just stood there staring at it, going, "Come on, when's it going to happen? What's going to happen, Tiki? When? When's it going to happen? When? When's it going to happen?" And I said, "Here's the deal. Volcanoes only erupt if you're patient." And they said, "Oh." And then I went about my business. And a few minutes later, my niece came up and said, "I've been being very patient and it still will not erupt." Which I thought was, I guess that's sort of the definition of being patient. But the truth is, it never erupted. No, because in my haste to get to the booze, I forgot to connect one of the battery relays. And so, unfortunately, we had a volcano, but it was a dormant volcano. And much to the chagrin of the little ones who wanted to see flames. Flames flaring and flying about. But they didn't get to. But the luau was a source of many things. Drinks were only one of those things. They were only one of the main things. They were pretty much the only main thing. They were what everybody was there for. I'm not kidding myself. People came for the drinks and the mugs, and once they got theirs, they toddled their way off and fell into the creek. But, we're setting up. We're gearing up here. We're gearing up to make some mugs. To make some ceramic tiki bar mugs, which I told you before. We're going to make some Wicked Wench mugs. Might make some Wicked Tinkers mugs. You never know. But we're trying. one of the things trying to figure out the design because you know, pirates. Got to figure out a piratey theme. I'm thinking some sort of piratey tiki theme, sort of mixture, some kind of hybrid, but I'm not sure what exactly. But we definitely need some Wicked Wench mugs. And then what I can do is for each show I can like drink out of them, and then they will have been used, and then people can buy a mug that was used at the bar that it was made for, because that's very important to me. I don't know about you. Yeah, you. I don't know about you. I don't know. I don't know your life. But I do know that yeah, when it comes to collecting mugs, my preference is of course to buy the mug with the drink at the bar. I will from time to time buy a mug that's no longer available from a bar that I've been to a few times. But I figured that's one of the things with the Luau mugs is I didn't sell them particularly retail. They were always the mugs that were used at the Luau, and I always figured, you know, there you go. So I'm trying to figure out. I'm not sure how the laws are, but I figure, you know, any mug that comes out, any mug that's from here should have been used here. Just have to make sure they're sterilized somehow with booze. That was good. Man, I could drink those all day, and I have. I think I'm gonna make another one. Just not because I want it, not because not you know I don't want it. It's because I'm afraid that someone might have missed the recipe. And that's my fear. It's kind of a phobia almost. Is that maybe somebody didn't get it, that they turned to sneeze and they missed it. They're like, oh Tiki, what you were doing that? And they don't know. You can rewind the show, but don't tell them. So we're not going to go through the whole thing again, not the history, not the stuff, but we're going to make it true. So, Monkey Boy. What does it call for? Monkey juice. That's right. You guys remember. You remember? I know you do. It calls for cream to banana puree, banana reel actually is what this is. Banana reel, banana puree, infused syrup. What's in it? You don't even know what's in it. Sugar, banana puree. Various poisons, heavy metals, dogs. That's good. So we're going to need an ounce of banana puree. We're going to need an ounce of coconut, of cocorilla, cream of coconut. What's in that? This stuff's probably the same thing. Oh no, this one is just coconut and dogs. That's all right. I like dogs. I like hot dogs. Who doesn't? I've had, you know, I've had a hot dog before, so I can speak to these things. Wait, I didn't consume one. I cut it lengthwise. I halved a hot dog. Okay, coconut, and then the creme de how do you pronounce it? The creme de cocoa. I'm going to say that. Cocoa. What's the difference between cocoa and cacao? Do you know?
The pronunciation.
That's see, that's why she gets to be the producer, and I'm just a lowly bartender. Producer Maggie, she knows things. We're gonna get her business card that says that. Producer Maggie, she knows things. I know. Actually, you would say I know things on the business card, because she. They'll be like, who's she? And then you're gonna have to answer questions, and sometimes it can be irritating.
So I have a question about your drink.
Yeah.
Can you use light or dark?
You know.
Chocolate there? Because there's a light.
Oh yes, there is. There's a white cream de cocoa and there's a dark cream de cocoa. I would say you can probably use either one, as I understand it. One has caramel coloring and one does not. Let's see. Yeah, this one, caramel color. I'm pretty sure they are the same beast, but one is that thing is you would use white cream de cocoa in a grasshopper, Otherwise, it becomes olive drab, and that's kind of a weird color for a drink. Yeah, okay. I think I put booze. I don't know what I just put in. We're gonna have to rewind. Did I already put? Oh, I have to ask them. Did I already put this in? I started talking about other stuff. I think I put the dark rum in already. Someone can tell me. Was anyone paying attention?
No.
No. Okay. No one was watching.
No one was paying attention.
They were all baiting their breath hooks with with the thought of the different colors. You know what happens if I put in too much? Is it going to be a problem? Not for you, because you don't have to be here. All right. Do that and put the stuff in the thing. If you put in too much booze in a drink, one of two things is going to happen. This is a good time actually to address this situation because it can happen. It can happen. One of two things will happen. One, you'll be happier for it. Or two, you won't. There are definitely some boozes that you can add way too much of, and you're probably only going to notice as you're drinking it. Or the person you serve it to who says, I have to drive soon, and then they have to stay at your house, and in the morning they want pancakes, and it's like, you're going to make them pancakes, but they also want sausage. And you're like, what kind of sausage? Who knows? Do they want like bangers? Do they want like breakfast sausage patties? Who knows? And then it becomes this whole thing, and you end up going to Denny's, but the waitress there brings you decaf. It's a mess. So I would say try as best as you can to follow the recipes, because you don't want to end up not enjoying your breakfast. That's what I have to say about that. Now I'm going to know by how far this fills it up whether or not I put in too much rum or not. Nope, look at that. Perfect. Or prefect, as they say in school. Now, some of you, I know some of you were like, well, of course, but some of you may be wondering, why did you add the soda water in last, after you did all this stuff? Well, because if I put it in there, then it goes flat, and that can be weird, can cause issues, can make you feel, it could be uncomfortable. It could give you a feeling of discontent. But also because with a lot of cocktails, you don't put the soda water in until the end, because you don't want it going flat when you shake it. It appeared like magic. It's crazy. I'm gonna drink it. So there, actually I had a question, I believe from Moose William, who said, what kind of drink can I make with, I think it was Malibu, he was asking. And here you go. You could make this drink with Malibu. It won't hurt you. Do that. I don't know. This isn't necessarily one that on the outskin features a coconut rum. I just did that because I'm kind of crazy that way. But I suppose, while you're in there doing the thing, why not use Malibu, make the drink. I figure, yeah, it's not gonna cause a problem. Nobody's gonna look at you sideways, and if they do, don't invite them back to the Mahjong game, because they're the ones they will regret it then, not you. You can go on your merry way, but they won't, because there will be no merry for them. They will have left it behind. They'll trail it like a lizard tail that hasn't come off all the way. So anyway, there you go. That's tonight's two drinks, which were one drink, and they were both the same, and it was morning and it was evening. I don't know how that got there. So there you go, Boozeketeers. Once again, as I always do, I call out to you people. You're the experts on things, but one of the things I would like to know is, what drinks would you like to see me make? Submit them through electronic mail. It's simple. Tiki King at tikiking.com. You just put a recipe in there, and I'll look at it, maybe. I'll ponder it, perhaps. I'll drink coffee, stare into the void, and wonder what became of my life. That's for certain. But submit those drinks. Submit those, you know, now I can't do it. Now we can't, though. I use, you know, hey, tell us what bar you want us to go to. Oh, it's closed? Oh, what about, oh, no, it's closed too? All of them are closed? No, never mind. Or, you know, maybe we'll come to your house. No, we can't come to your house? No? Yeah, it's closed? Oh, okay. So, you're just going to have to make do with sending me drink recipes. Because we're not going nowhere for a little while. We're waiting, I'll tell you, that is I'm impatient to go to Trader Sam's. I'll tell you. I want to get back there. I want to introduce. I was looking at. I got an ad today for if you're down in the south area, in that Anaheim area. I believe it was Bamboo Club was doing Mai Tais and a bunch of drinks. They were doing the come up. You go up the curbside. And the prices were quite reasonable. I think it was like $20 for a thing that made like 4 drinks, which I think is entirely reasonable. Don't quote me on that, but it was something like that. It was good enough that I went, hey, I would do that if I were down there. But I'm not. I'm here. So. But it's worth looking into. If you have a local tiki bar, check it out and see what they're doing. I know that there's a couple places in San Diego that are doing the same kind of thing. Go to your favorite bar's website. Take a look and see what they're doing. I know we went by Damon's was doing takeaway cocktails and food. If you want the Damon's experience in your own kitchen, you can't have it, but you can have the food and the drinks, which you can do that. But yeah, there's a lot of places that also it helps support the cause. It helps keep all of our fine friends in the tiki bar business, doing what they do best, slinging tropical cocktails, make us all happy. And the happier they are, and the happier we are, the happier we can all be soon. Because we don't want places going out of business due to lack of customers, because that sucks. So, and it doesn't have to be at your local tiki bar either. It doesn't have to be. I mean, there's a lot of places are doing various things. Father Patty's, I believe, up in Sacramento, they're a great establishment there. The Boozeketeers, we've played there many a time, and I believe they're doing some takeout food and drink specials. So if you're in the Sacramento area, check them out. Jungle Bird, I believe, is doing some kind of thing. I'm telling you, just look up the places that you would want to go nearby and support them. See if they're doing curbside, and if they are, splurge a little, go out, get yourself some stuff. Don't drink while you're driving, but drive fast and get home and enjoy your stuff. So, so there you go, Boozeketeers. I believe that's pretty much all I have. So, until next time, until next week, around this time, I'll probably be around this location, but you never know. I could be somewhere else. I could be. I might be. Until that time, I hope that you all have a fantastic week. I hope that whatever you are and whatever you're doing, that you do it with a dance in your step and a twinkle in your eye, and some booze in the cup, and a cup to your lips. And with that I say, good night, and good drinking.